All right, well, plan was to go fishing today. It wasn't supposed to be this breezy. Like it's about a 13-mile constant wind. It's not like 13-mile-per-hour gusts. The waves don't look that bad from shore. I'm gonna get everything just launched, and we're just gonna actually see how it is out there. If the waves are a lot bigger than what they look like from here, then I got plan B. Using this, I think this is pretty sure it's a 1/4-ounce jig head, a white bucktail. I've been watching YouTube trying to learn how to pitch these guys, or not pitch these guys, but like how to use these guys. And a lot of people say you don't cast it out very far, and all you do is you just rip it through the weeds. This site for this whole week has been near impossible to safely get a kayak out. This has been the calmest day. So in these kind of days, it's really tough to be able to hold your spot. It's just a constant 13-mile-per-hour wind, no gusts, which is what's creating this chop on this completely flat and open lake. So between trying to fight the wind, keep myself pointed the direction I want to be pointed to fish, and readjusting, it's just really, really tough. So we're going to go ahead and move on to plan B instead. Alright, so this is a creek I've checked out during the summer. I've been keeping my eyes on it. There are bears down here, so we gotta be mindful of that. This is one spot I've thrown, and I've pulled some chubs out of here before. It was up deeper and it was a little bit more dirty water. Kind of looking for these smaller ones. Last time I was here, I was getting like 2 to 3 inch, even sometimes 4-inch chubs, which can work good for bigger walleye and they work good for pike. But I'm trying to get like smaller 1 to 2 inch minnows, which I've got 1/4-inch mesh, so if they're fat enough they'll stay in. Just for ice fishing for perch, because if you can get salted minnows, those things go super quick. Salted minnows do really good for the bigger perch, and they tend to keep these smaller guys off. But 99%, well, probably like 90% of what you're going to see in these little back creeks are going to be flathead chubs. As far as other species I've seen, white suckers, long-nosed dace, I've only seen one of those. You see a handful of dace, but I mean, you'll get flathead chubs out of these creeks if you can get a good net by the net full. Get that tumbleweed that's in our way. Okay, really quick. Just saw a school right out there. So we can actually get in front of this branch. That's what I was worried about. Or just throw like absolute dog water. Even when we freaking suck balls at throwing. That's a little baby chub. This is what we're going after though. This is the size you want. I'm just gonna leave him right here. Again, you can always tell it's a flat chub, flathead, and the sickle. There we go. I'm just trying to keep these guys in one pile. This guy's a little big, so we'll let him go back. But these smaller guys, even these you can use as cut bait and tip. It's really these smaller ones are the ones I want. Yeah, looks like they're starting to come out there right about there. Bingo. Should have some in this net. Perfect. That one's too big. Too big. This is way too big for what we are needing. But these smaller ones, this guy is on the borderline for me being too big. We can use you. We can use you as strip bait. So overall, it was a pretty good haul. From my house to where this place is, it is about 20 minutes away. So you think about gas, your time, all of that you got to keep an account of. At the end of the day, I want to say we got about 12.5, more or less, of various species. We had white-nosed suckers or fine-scale suckers. We have flathead chubs. We had your long-nosed days. And actually, this is the most long-nosed days I've seen being pulled out of this creek. So kind of interesting to see how things kind of shift throughout the year. But we're going to go ahead and hop over to show you guys how I go about and preserve these things for ice fishing. It is very easy to do. It's just a little time consuming. So let's hop into salting. Alright, so this is pretty much the final step that you got to deal with here. So under the chub, we got mostly chubs in here, and there's a dace in there as well. Smaller fish are in this container. The big thing about salting minnows is just tracking the time. The smaller the fish, the quicker they're going to go ahead and get salted. Usually when their eyeballs start to implode, that's when you got to go ahead and pull them out. And then you rinse them off, dry them off, and then put them in a Ziploc bag and freeze. That's plan A to plan B. That's just how sometimes fishing goes. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure you hit that subscribe button. We're going to be posting one video every single week, regardless. Now, this next video, I'm going to be getting back onto the jigging wraps. I've got 3 more that are going to be coming in. I'm also hoping to be able to finally get with these bucktail jigs and get back onto the spot that I was getting a couple of strikes on. I didn't catch a single fish. I figured just to kind of cut that out. We're going to be working on these weed beds, and again, about 9 to 10 feet with bucktail jig. We're going to be headed about to 14 to 16 feet with those jigging wraps, as that's where I've had most of my success with jigging wraps, is that 16 foot of water range. So we will see you guys in next week's video. As always, stay blessed, stay safe fishing. We'll catch you guys in the next one.